now this school thing, why are you stressing yourself? The thing that people, you know what they say, the thing that people are going to school for, you already have it. What's all this stress?
I feel like school is very important.
Why?
At some point in your life, you just need, I'm a graduate. I think for me, that's it, because I was actually studying theater and media art, and it's still relating to what I'm already doing. But for me, I'm just going to school because I have to go to school.
Is it possible that you're reacting to people's opinions, or you've heard some snide comments that made you think, okay, let me just go and do this school so that you can shut you up?
No, I'm not living my life for anybody, at least at this stage in my life. I'm going to school because it's important.
Right.
Yeah.
Because of an interview, you have to follow up what you said. So you're not living your life for other people at this stage of your life. So was there a time you were doing that?
Of course, there was a time when I was singing gospel. Yes.
Right, because you thought that's what you had to do.
I don't think it was even from my mom. It was from my mother's siblings, and it was like, oh, if you don't sing gospel song, you're not a Christian, you're not a good person. So it was always looking like, oh, when I don't sing gospel, it's looking like, oh, I'm for the world, I'm for the devil. I think that was when I cared about what people said about me. But right now, it's about me, about my happiness. And
how did you break out from that, from living for other people? What changed?
Well, what changed was me realizing that they are not the ones that will feel what I feel. If I feel sad about it, they are not the ones that will feel sad. If I feel happy, I'm the one that will feel happy. Because I think life comes with fulfillment. If you're not feeling fulfilled, then you've not gotten it right.
Right.
My pastor was not there to get a job for me after secondary school. My pastor was not the one that got me signed. My pastor didn't do anything for me. Even if I was singing gospel, what did you do to help me achieve being a gospel musician? They were not there. I worked hard for myself. So over the time, it has built me to who I am now. I guess time comes with change. And of course, change happened. I am who I am now.
Right. What is it like to see your mother, somebody who you knew was always present, dominant, and then to see her struggle with an illness?
Trust me, it was I don't want to start crying right now. Trust me, it was like the toughest time in my life. Really tough. No, my mom was this person that could speak English very...
I'm sorry.
Very well. She could speak English, she could speak Hausa. She was learning how to speak Spanish.
Right.
She was very strong, very pretty. And then I could see my mom from being this woman that whenever she comes to school to drop me, it's like, is that your mom? She's more beautiful than you. From seeing this woman to being entirely something else. She could not recognize me or anybody else.
Yeah.
She couldn't even speak English. It was like she was a baby that was learning over again. She needed all the love and all the attention she could get. And she was even more frustrated because in as much as she could not remember anything, one thing that she knew she could remember was she was very independent and she could take care of us. So whenever she sees that there's no food in the house, she's angry. Even though she will not be able to express herself to us, that if I had money, if I was myself, I would be able to do this. You see the frustration in her eyes. And I just knew that, man, my mom cannot be in this situation. I have to work hard to let all these things stop. And I'm so grateful to God that everything that I prayed for a few years ago, my mom is very comfortable now. She calls me in as much as she's still recovering. At least she's a lot better than how she was before. Now she calls me, she says, people say I am celebrity mother. She won't say it this way, but I understand what she's saying. And then she says, people say I'm a celebrity mother. And she will say, when are you coming back to Abuja again so that we can make videos and put me on that thing? Like, let me put her, because last time I went, I made a video and then I posted on TikTok so a lot of people could see and they were calling her, oh, so you're her mother. So she always called me and she said, when are we going to make videos again? So that people will call me celebrity mother. She called me and she said, I'm seeing you on TV. Oh, Nemo, you look so beautiful.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
And stuff. So, but I'm grateful to God that I am here where I am now. There are reasons for everything. I'm happy that I can provide everything that she wished she could provide for us.
Yeah. And your dad?
Well, my dad is late.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right. How many siblings do you have?
I have 3.
Right. So
An
growing up,
elder sister and 2 younger brothers.
must have been extra tough.
Not really. My mom was always there.
Right, so she covered up for all of that.
Yeah, we didn't even realize what it feels like to not have a dad.
Oh, I love that, right. So when you describe your mother as this rock, she was really this pillar for the family growing up.
Yeah, she was.
You mentioned TikTok. One of the things you've said is that people didn't take you seriously at some point in your career because they just saw you as a TikTok star. I've seen some news about that. Is that something you've really felt?
Well, at first, I wasn't happy that people were always tagging my career growth to TikTok. I was having massive views on YouTube, good streams on all platforms, and people always still tag it to, oh, it's because of TikTok. At first, I was worried, but then I realized that the same thing that I was being worried about was what a lot of artists
people are
pay
going to sacrifice their family
tens of
for
millions
it.
to get
Exactly.
for free.
Exactly.
Like I have it for free, and they would pay tens of millions to get what I already have. And now I'm embracing it. Yes, TikTok. Yes, it's TikTok. But you enjoyed the music, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you heard it from TikTok first.
Yeah.
Kudos to TikTok. You call me a TikTok artist, but I'm bigger than some digital artists. I went to Sierra Leone for the first time in my life, and I couldn't believe it. From the airport, it was like, Guchi, okay, what's going on here? They were so excited to see me. I couldn't even come out on my own. I am a superstar. I can't come out of my door. I couldn't. It was that serious that parents were giving me their babies. Just touch my baby.
Wow.
Jennifer, they call me Jennifer there because my first viral song, the
Yes.
title of the song is Jennifer.
Jennifer,
They're like, Jennifer, just touch my pikin. Okay. So like, I don't care. If it's TikTok that made me this famous and for people to love me this much to want to give their kids to me, then fine.
Inevitably, though, they are haters. I don't acknowledge haters, but I hear that they are haters. And you shared a story, I don't know, they said when you bought your car, as people went to call the sellers of the car to confirm if you actually bought this car for this amount.
Or more. When I got the car, I don't know, people started calling the seller of the car, the dealer, and asking if I actually paid for the car myself or if the name that came from the bank transfer was mine. It got me worried because if it was a guy that got a car,
Yeah,
would people have that same perception?
yeah.
Why would a girl buy a car and people are asking, is she the one that bought the car or somebody else bought the car? Why?
Wait, so people really called, like human beings
Actually.
picked up the phone and called a car seller to confirm another person's car.
So what will happen if I buy,
Exactly, because you are just
if I
starting.
buy like 5 houses in Banana Island?
They'll go to Lagos State government to go and look for the C of O.
I guess so.
What did that make you feel? Disrespected, belittled?
No, it means that I'm a small girl doing big things.
Oh, stop it. I can't be doing two shekere for you in one show. It means that you're a small girl doing big things.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. It shows you that you're going beyond the expectations that people had of you.
Exactly.
And that means that you're doing something right.
Yeah, it doesn't make me feel bad at all.
Right. You got God's blessing early because you were working in this ice cream factory and then you met your boss and then you built your career. Or did you have experiences where people try to cheat you or rip you off?
I'm a victim. I'm a victim of the ripping. They ripped me. But this time it's not the record label boss that ripped me.
Right,
it's a friend that ripped me. So my career had just started. Not just to me, to so many other artists. Especially when you're just coming in. Learn things, ask questions. Lack of information can really make them rip you. I didn't have a lot of information about digital distribution and stuff. And then I had my friend that helped me, and I said, please, can you help me monetize my YouTube? And I was like, okay, he's going to help me do that. And he helped me monetize my YouTube. And then I think I just got about 30 million views on the song Jennifer.
Right.
Then you should know how much that is. But this person connected his account
Oh dear God.
and everything to my YouTube.
Yeah.
And when the money came, it went directly to
this
his
person,
account.
right?
I had to fight him legally to get my money back.
Oh really?
Actually, because that's my sweat. You can't eat it.
So he wanted to carry this money and go.
He carried it. He
He
carried
wanted to
He carried it. He even got himself a car. Yes, he got himself a car. He was proud that he did. That he ate my money. But then, like, I had to fight back. I worked for it. I had to get my money.
How did you know how
We
to
were
use the
waiting
legal
for.
system?
Okay, how did I know? Oh, come on now. I have good people around me that
Right.
will always,
Advise you.
me on
Right.
what to do and what not to do. We were just waiting for this money and waiting for a particular code. We didn't get this code for how long? Not knowing this guy had already gotten the YouTube code and gotten
coded
everything
it.
and coded my money. I coded my money.
My goodness.
I didn't know how to feel because this guy is my friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know how to feel. I felt terrible, actually. You see that repeat that Zazu was talking about?
So you got a favorable decision from the courts in.
When I say I had
Or
to
use a
fight
lawyer,
legally,
right.
Yeah, I had to use a lawyer
Right,
and
okay,
then
that makes
had to go through EFCC, actually, because
What?
that's digital
It's
fraud.
fraud, yes. Which is good. It's good that you did digital fraud.
Yeah.
But I think EFCC is active.
Yes,
If you had done some
they are
other way, it might
active,
have been more
actually.
difficult. Right, so obviously that friendship has gone. That's why I answer. If that friendship has not gone, what are you doing with such a friendship? It should have gone.
It has gone.
Would you say you're a forgiving person?
Yes, I am.
Right.
I'm forgiven, but then I don't like the same mistake. I won't let the same thing happen twice.
So you forgive, but you don't forget.
No, not like I don't forget. I forget, but I'm scared of letting you back into my life. So I'm giving you the space of, I was very nice to you. If you have to treat me this way, then let's just keep the relationship from a distance.
You talked about dealing with depression slightly. What happened?
Yeah. I'll say depression comes with so much expectation. When you have so much expectation, when you think you're in a competition, when you see life as though you have to get it before this time, when you set certain targets, you don't even know if you're going to die the next day, and you're setting targets for something that you're not even sure of.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes people fall into depression. I was a victim, and it was a terrible, terrible time in my life. Nobody could understand how I felt. And I'm crying, and you're asking me, what's the problem? I don't know.
You can't even
I don't know.
describe it.
I wouldn't say I was broke. I wouldn't say things were not going too well. But then maybe I had so much expectation. And then I let it break me.
Yeah.
That point in my life, I couldn't even understand how to get out
Of that.
of that.
Yeah.
I prayed, and I had this board in my room where the only thing I wrote on that board was pray, 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 pray. So each time I feel that way, I'll just say, God, I'll just start praying. That was the only thing that could just make me feel better at that point. I had a song I wrote then titled Relate. It was like I poured out my heart in that song. That song is titled Relate because it was actually only me that could relate. Because no matter how I tried to explain and say, this is how I feel, I don't feel this, nobody could understand. So it was just me in that situation praying to God to heal me because I felt like it was something that I couldn't do on my own. I couldn't get myself out of how I felt. And then the only remedy for it was me praying about it and saying, God, help me. And thank God I just had to tell myself, Guchi, you're not in a competition. It's going to happen when it's going to happen. God's time is the best. Just keep doing your thing. So right now I'm just relying all my life right now is on grace. God, grace, your time. That's what I'm waiting for.
But how do you handle the day-to-day comparison, the day-to-day, comparison. How do you handle that?
Well, especially on social media.
Yes.
I always give myself a break. People think I'm always on my phone and, on Instagram and seeing everything. I might not even be aware of what is going on Instagram because I'm not there. I don't want the pressure. You're not comparing or competing with anybody, but you see somebody do something, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to do mine.
Yes.
It's a natural thing that happens.
Yes.
So now, if I feel like you as a person is going to pressure me, I might be following you, but I'll mute you.
Right.
No pressure. I love you, but I'm muting you.
Pressure ended.
Pressure ended. I'm living my life. I just want to be happy.
Yeah. That's a good way to do it. Because you have to shut down once in a while. If not, you might run crazy.
You run mad. I swear down.